What's up, Bobcats? We are getting set for the Spring Extravaganza, April 19th. It's a lot of fun. We can't wait to see you there, and a lot going on. Post-game autographs, we got cookout, egg hunt, so much more. Offensive coordinator and quarterbacks coach Scott Isphording, aka Coach Izzy, is in the building. Coach, what's your message to the fans before this Spring Extravaganza?
Best fans in the MAC, year in and year out, without question. We're going to put on a show, come out and see, which we don't talk about a whole lot to the team, but the defending MAC champs, and we appreciate everything you do for us. Best fans in the MAC.
It's going to be a whole lot of fun. We can't wait to see you there, Coach. The spring, obviously, a time to really put the work in both on and off the field. So from your perspective as an offensive coordinator and a quarterbacks coach, where has your focus been with those particular areas?
Well, we're always bringing in new faces. That's just the climate we're in.
Yeah.
And we've got some new faces that are still less than a year here. Nick Paulus is less than a year here, and some other guys. So we're still teaching them the offense, but at the same time, the standard is the standard, yeah. Which I know being redundant, but we do things a certain way here. I'd like to think that we won a lot of games last year because we were the toughest team. And instilling that and getting us to play hard-nosed, tough football is always going to be the biggest part of the spring. And then executing, not the first day. There's a lot going in on both sides of the ball, offensively and defensively and in special teams. It's not going to be perfect, but it doesn't need to be until I think it's August. I think that's when we start. Baby steps to get there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. So whether it's the film room or on the field, what are the things that you're sort of learning about the group right now as you go into some of those specific areas this spring?
Well, we got some experience at the skill spots, whether or not it was from last year or a couple of years ago, like C.A. Bangura, who it's great to have him back, and a receiving core that has seen a lot of action, even though obviously Coleman's gone, but a lot of guys fighting for those receptions that Coleman had last year. So that's been exciting to see that, and the depth that we have there. Mason is out at tight end, Mason Williams, so we've had some guys that are really getting opportunities there that are doing a great job. We were just kind of at the end of practice here, and we had 3 tight ends over 40 minutes after practice still
Extra
in here
work,
working.
We love it.
And probably where we've got the most new faces is up front. Along with our new O-line coach, Tavita Thompson, who's doing a great job, and they're still feeling each other out. But every day we've seen them getting better and better. So it's been an exciting spring to this point, and just trying to get them, the new guys, to understand what it takes to be a Bobcat football player.
Yeah, no doubt. In the quarterback room, what is the priority right now during the spring?
Well, because of Parker being out, just the wears and tears of the spring, or of the season, I should say, really just trying to get Nick as many reps as we can. He's one of those guys, a year ago, he probably didn't even know where Ohio University was. He was out in California at El Camino Junior College, and now all of a sudden he's here, and like I said, he's been here, I think, 10 months. So getting him all those 1 reps is really helping him. Unfortunately, Jacob Winters had a little bit of a knee situation, so he's out the rest of spring. But Matthew Pappas, local guy, his dad's a longtime high school coach, and has been unbelievable on the scout teams, but is getting his opportunity to run with the 2s. He may be one of the team's favorite players because he just works so hard. So getting us to execute. Obviously, the one thing that we've got to do a better job of as an offense, but in particular at quarterback, is take care of the ball a little bit better. And that's been a high priority, and the way you do that is by executing. So it's been a good spring to this point. Today was practice 10. We'll have a scrimmage on Saturday and get a chance to see it there too, but so far so good.
Love that. Reflecting on last season a little bit, 2024 MAC champions, 11 wins. What did you learn about yourself the most as a coach during that season?
Well, I've been in this league, I want to say going on 22, 23 years. And it was about time to get to hold that trophy at the end of the season. Been very fortunate here and a couple other places to have some really good football teams that weren't able to get it done. So that was exciting just to finish the season in that way.
Yeah.
Obviously, to do it against Miami of Ohio, who, you know, obviously I know Red and they're our rival, but it's also a team that I respect. I've known Chuck Martin for a really, really long time, and to do it the way that we did it was great. But just to see the whole program, including the fans, including the administration, and the coaches as well, but the players mostly get a chance to experience that at Ford Field.
Love that. And lastly, you've held so many different roles during your time in Athens. You've been here for a good minute now.
Yep.
What have you learned the most about your journey here at OU?
Well, it's been, I think I'm going on 13 years here, and probably the best part of it is that my family, my two kids who are 14 and soon to be 16, they think they're from Athens, Ohio. And most college coaches, their kids don't know where the heck they're from.
Yeah.
So it's been great that my wife and I have been able to raise them here in this awesome community. With Ohio University, but also Athens in general. So the journey's been great, but I would also say that as much as I talk about Ohio University and the bricks and the mortar and all that, the type of people that this location and this town and this university attract are just such great people. And you know, now my kids are playing sports, and I sit at softball games freezing my butt off and watching you know, all these girls play softball, my son at track meets, and you get to know the families and over the course of the years. So it's just been great. The people here are just so welcoming, and I really enjoy being around them, and for my family to be able to grow up with them.
Well put. Speechless. Coach, thanks for your time, and enjoy the rest of the spring.
Pleasure. Excited that you're doing this, and again, looking forward to the extravaganza, if I said that
right.
All right.
Egg extravaganza. We'll see you there Saturday, April 19th.